Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delano, on the FanWire podcast. What's good, Mystic Nation? All of the fans, we appreciate y'all for tapping back in because we have another prospect to break down. Because if you are new to what we do here at the FanWire podcast, we break down everything Washington Mystics, including all of the potential prospects that will be available. Well, I'm not going to say all, a lot of the prospects that will be available in the 2026 WNBA Draft. So I hope y'all ready because we're going to give you some good insight. And, what would you expect from your trusted voice regarding Washington Mystics, and the content other than me, your guy, Delano. So I hope you're ready because we about to dive in. All right. We're talking about Angela Dugalic out of UCLA. Now, this is a very interesting prospect because she doesn't fit the traditional American forward mold. And she's not a dominant back to the basket post player. She's not a high volume scorer either. Instead, she is what scouts consider a connector forward. And that's a player who helps the offense flow. Every offense needs this type of player. So, let's go break it down. So when we're talking about this prospect, she's a 6'4" forward with international experience playing with Serbian. And she has stretch four ability. She has that skill set. I'm sorry, Serbia. I'm tripping. All the Serbia fans, my bad. Pardon me. All right. And let's talk. What we're going to do is we're going to break down and explain where she fits into this draft and where she fits with the Washington Mystics. So I hope you're ready because we're going to break it down. We're getting to it. So Dugalic is a physical player and she has a lot of interesting abilities. So she started out playing internationally for Serbia, for her country. Now, that played a huge role into shaping her basketball skills. And before she went to college, she played high school ball in Illinois. Now, let's talk about how her college career got started. She started out at Oregon University before transferring to UCLA. And during this stretch, this is where she carved out her role as a modern stretch forward. And that's at UCLA. But we're gonna get there. I hope you're ready. So at Oregon in 2020 to 21 season, as a freshman, she played 15 games, averaging around 5 minutes a game. That's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time. She averaged a modest 1.7 points a game and 1.3 rebounds. That doesn't get you on the radars of a lot of people. That season, again, it wasn't about her production. It was about learning the college game and adjusting to the speed of the NCAA basketball competition and developing behind a talented roster. Sometimes you have to sit back, take some steps back to take steps forward. Remember that. All right. So now, as her sophomore season at Oregon, she began to have a bigger role. She played in 29 games. Her workload increased. It doubled. She started averaging 10 minutes per night and around close to 4 points a game and a little bit over 2 rebounds a game. So this is where you start to begin to see the flashes of the player that she could become. Her shooting touch improved, her confidence grew, and she started showing passing ability and basketball IQ. And that's what eventually become a defining trait of her game. So if you've ever watched Angela Dugalic play ball, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's jump back. Let's jump back. Okay, so after 2 seasons at Oregon, that's where she decided to take her talents on the road. She entered the transfer portal, and that's where bigger opportunity came, and that opportunity's name was UCLA. So she became a Bruins, and that's when things started to take shape. That's where her role started to increase. So her junior season at UCLA, she became a rotational forward, playing around 10 minutes to 12 minutes a game. Her production hovered around 4 points, 3 rebounds a game. So that was kind of similar a little bit to what she was doing at Oregon. But her impact came way beyond the stat sheet. So at UCLA, she fit extremely well because they ran a ball movement offense, and where her ability to space the floor and move the ball helped create offensive flow. That's what you need in a connector type of player, especially a forward. Now, let's talk about her senior season, because this is where things started to take off. So, again, following her junior season, she had to demonstrate that she was able to grow into a key rotational piece, because the Bruins front court is loaded, literally. So her numbers climbed, roughly. And, you started to see improvement, right? And you started to see lineup versatility. Now, it's going to be interesting to say, what she can do going forward, because I see some things on the tape. But during her senior season, right now, she's averaging, as a matter of fact, hold on one quick moment here. Hold on a second. Let me get this right. Let me go get this right, because I don't want to give y'all any wrong information. So, yeah. Okay. So during her senior season, she averaged 5, close to 6 points a game, 4 rebounds, 15 minutes per night. So, that provided her, provided line of versatility. And that was very important to what the Bruins were trying to do. Again, she's a 6'4" forward that could play alongside big centers or small forwards. So that gave UCLA a lot of flexibility. Now, a lot of teams need flexibility. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about her final college season. So literally, Angela Dugalic had 5 years of college. Now let's talk about her current season right now. This is where she really got on the map and can be considered a prospect in the 2026 WNBA Draft. So this year, Angela Dugalic is averaging 9 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and is shooting 51% from the field and shooting 35% from 3, while shooting 81% from the free throw line. Those numbers don't necessarily jump out at you, but it's about what she can do and how she can fit into a team. That's what it's really all about. Now, her biggest value that she brings, especially into this senior season, is her experience level and her leadership. And that helps make UCLA a nationally competitive uh, contender for the championship this season. So, we're going to really see how things end for her college career because she has a lot of potential. She's a player that coaches can trust. She understands how to play within a system. Again, teams need that type of player. So, and especially being that type of player in your 6'4". Yeah. So now one of the most important parts to her development has been playing internationally. Again, Dugalic has been a part of the Serbian national team competing since she was a youth. And that has evolved, or that's evolved into her being into the senior team, So again, experience matters. She's been playing against elite talent for a while. Now, playing in international basketball, if you are watching FIBA basketball, the qualifying tournament right in here right now, these last couple days, you will know that physicality is one of the main things that you're going to see. You'll be like, hey, that's a foul. Come on, you got to call that. That's a play on. Get up. Do your thing. Now, ball movement is another thing for international basketball, as well as playing team defense and making good decisions. All of those things show up in her game today. Now, when we talk about Angela Dugalic's strengths, we talk first about her stretch four shooting potential and doing this being 6'4" and as a forward, because most 6'4" players in the WNBA are probably going to be centers or forwards that's going to take up space. Now, the one thing about Angela Dugalic that I've noticed is her defense ability. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about. I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let me stay focused. Okay, so again, she's a 6'4" forward who can space the floor, and it's extremely valuable. Second, we're talking about her ability to pass. She got a good feel when it comes to passing. She's comfortable with the ball from the high post or the wing, which helps offenses flow. We can use that type of player. And third is her basketball IQ. She knows what she's doing. She understands spacing, timing, and defense positioning. And fourth, again, it's her experience. Between playing at UCLA, the Serbian national team, or playing in the Serbian national program, she's played a lot of high-level basketball. Yeah. Now, it's a reason why Angela Dugalic has been projected to be a mid to late first round, second round draft pick. And one issue is her offensive creation. She's not a player who creates her own shot consistently. She's more of a system player than a shot creator. Another concern is physicality and rebounding for her size. Now, again, being 6'4" in the WNBA, you're expected to be a strong front court type of player. Your presence should be felt, especially in the paint. And for some, they might say her defense may fall in a tweener category. Not quite quick enough for your smaller wings, but could be not quite strong enough for post players. But I believe that she can develop her strength. But when it comes to her defense, for me personally, I believe that Angela Dugalic is going to be a better defender than most people believe. Because at 6'4", she has length and she has good feet. And when I say that, that means she can get in a defensive stand at 6'4" and cause problems. So if she's on a pick and roll, guess what? She's not going to be abused like some players her size. So I like her defense ability. Because to me, she plays with a dog type of mentality. So I like her defense. I don't care what nobody say. I like it. Now, let's talk about her comparisons for other WNBA players. Stylistically, the most realistic comparison, we're talking about Stephanie Talbot. That's a versatile forward that spaces the floor, moves the ball well, rebounds, and fits into a team system. Another stylistic comparison can be kind of on a lighter version, Kayla Thornton. And from an international skill perspective, some elements of her game resembles a smaller role player version of Emma Messerman. Now, another player that you can look at is also let me think of the name. She plays for Minnesota. Having a brain fart here. Give me a moment. Wow. It's crazy that I can't remember her name right now. I said it yesterday. Let me get that name for you. Bridget Carlton. Yep. Or even, we even can consider Jessica Shepard as well. Yeah. But, right now, most projections place Angela Dugalic somewhere, again, to the middle of the late first round, maybe second round, right? Now, there's a good chance that the Mystics will have an opportunity to pick this player. Because, again, we have 3 first-round draft picks. We have 2 second-round draft picks in the third round. There's a good chance. Remember that. We got a chance to pick up a lot of quality players that can fill out our roster and can contribute from day one. Now, a player that has size, IQ, and international experience, they often find their way to stay on draft boards. So I expect that Jamila Wideman will have Angela Dugalic on her draft board. It's just a matter if she will make the team, if she will be the best fit at whatever pick we may consider taking her. All right, so now let's talk about how Dugalic fits with the Washington Mystics. She could be a developmental stretch 4 type of option. She could potentially compete with players that are brought onto the team, especially in free agency, because really and truly, we don't have anybody on the team. We have a bunch of free agents. We have Sonia Citron, we have Kiki Irfin, we have Georgia Amore, we have Shakira Austin, kind of, sort of, because Shakira Austin is a free agent, but she's a restricted free agent, so we have rights to get her back. So we don't really have a lot of people on the roster. So there is a chance that she can make room, we can make room for her. Now, what would her best role be with Washington? These are some great questions. Now, again, she could come into camp and she can compete, right? She reminds me of a player that we have on our team right now, or Well, we had last year because she's free agent now. I'm talking about Emily Inksler. She's that type of player. So if Emily Inksler finds another opportunity somewhere else, Angela Dugalic could be that type of player. You know, maybe not as strong physically right now, but she can grow. She'll grow into her WNBA body. She'll get that strength. Not worried about it. All right. So again, she could be a depth, stretch forward, a system player off of the bench. In other words, a low risk roster piece that can be developed over time. That sounds like a good pick to me. Now, what do you think? Do you think Angela Dugalic can carve out a way to get to the Washington Mystics? Do you think that she should be a late round first round pick, or we might be able to get her in the second round because we do have 2 picks in the second round? Now, let's just talk about our picks for a moment, just to make sure people are aware. So we have the 4th pick, we have the 9th pick, and we have the 11th pick in the first round. In the second round, we have the 19th pick, and that's the 4th pick of the second round. And we have the last pick of the second round, which is number 30. In the third round, we have 34th pick. So again, that's the 4th pick of the third round. So there could be an opportunity. There could be a path that Angela Dugalic could be a Washington Mystic. But we'll see. So again, Angela Dugalic might not be one of the headlining names of the 2026 draft, but she definitely is a player that has a profile that can find her way to being a professional player in the WNBA. She can carve it out. She can make it happen. She's a connector stretch 4 that has international experience, high IQ, and has system versatility. Those are the type of players that many teams value, especially deeper into the draft. And the Washington Mystics had 3 picks later in the draft. So we'll see what that could turn into. Now, again, one of the questions that a lot of WNBA teams might have is whether she is worth a draft pick, right? Or should she be brought in as a training camp developmental type of player, a project? I think she has a lot more ability. I think she definitely will be drafted. I think it's more like that second round type of pick. Now, but stranger things have happened. And don't be surprised if, she may consider playing EuroLeague. But I definitely think that she can make it onto a roster. I'm not worried about that. Now, Mystic fans, again, we're always tracking a lot of prospects that could be connected to the Washington Mystics as this draft gets closer and closer and closer by the day. So, we also will say this: depending on how a lot of these players end up playing in March Madness is going to either make their draft stock go even higher or make it go lower. So we'll really see what's going on. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue dropping these videos pretty much daily, except for maybe Sunday, but definitely daily. And what we're going to do is this: closer to when this draft is occurring, or I'm sorry, closer to when March Madness is occurring, we're going to do some comparison videos comparing how these players' March Madnesses are going and see or give our perspective on if players' stock is going up or if it's going down. So yeah, we're going to have something for you. We appreciate all y'all for tapping in and tuning in. Appreciate Uncle Weed 6629 for tapping in always. I'm glad you was able to make it. I know you kind of busy over there. But yeah, I appreciate you. And we did have someone that won the contest. So yesterday we set up a giveaway. The parameters for this giveaway was to have individuals or the watchers, you can say, the subscribers, put something in the comments, and they were going to be able to receive a free giveaway. We're giving away some FanWire podcast merch. So let's go ahead and review and see who that winner ended up being. I hope you're ready, because we doing the giveaways even more. We're going to do them more frequently, and I hope you're ready. If you are a subscriber, you are eligible. If you're not a subscriber, take this moment right here, right now, and subscribe to the video. I'm sorry, to the channel. Subscribe, become a part of the FanWire podcast family. And also like the video. Like the video. It's important. All right, so again, we are doing giveaways. We're giving away merch. And I hope you're ready. All right, give me one moment here. All right. Well, I get that situated. Again, make sure you're locked in with the FanWire podcast, because we're dropping something every single day. And yeah, it's just a matter of time before you get another video from us. All right. It's taking a little longer than I expected. We got to get this stuff together. All right. I hope the anticipation all right. So the winner is Summer Breeze 6250. Thank you for participating, everybody, into the giveaway. And my email is in the bio of the channel. So do this, Summer Breeze. Email me directly. We'll figure out the best way to get you your apparel, your FanWire podcast merch. And, we'll be right back at y'all. So I appreciate everybody for tapping in, tuning in. And, we'll be right back at y'all real soon. We'll drop something tomorrow. I hope you're ready. We out of here. Gone.